What's new in the latest build of Android 12 Beta 4.1 running on the Redmi K20 Pro or the Xiaomi Mi 90 Pro? Oh, well, what did they do here? Yeps, they nailed it, they nailed it, they nailed it. Fingerprint on display working on Android 12 Beta 4.1 for the Redmi K20 Pro or the Xiaomi Mi 90 Pro. Now, do note, this is a port. A lot of hard work has gone behind implementing fingerprint on display onto the Android 12 Beta 4.1. So instead of complaining, make sure you do appreciate the developers. When you set it up for the first time, here is what I did. Increase the brightness a little bit, somewhere around 70 or 80%. Set up your fingerprint. It might not work in the beginning, so press a bit harder. Do not worry, you're not gonna break your screen. And then while setting it up, you might get some errors that it is dirty, finger not recognized. Just have some patience. You will be eventually able to set it up. Now, there are of course a few downsides to this current implementation. For it to work properly after you've set it up, you do need your screen brightness to be around 60%. And then it does not work on always on display. But then again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a port and a lot of hard work has been gone into this. So we should of course appreciate the developers. The second silver lining is that the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro are supposed to come with native fingerprint on displays. So I'm not a developer, but I'm just saying they have native fingerprint displays, and if Google implements fingerprint on display into the AOSP source code, then I think it will be easier for these ports. And I'm just making an assumption. It might be difficult, but that is what my understanding is. And of course, feel free to correct me in the comments. Next up, the next change you will notice is that the build is now not pre-rooted. Again, build is now not pre-rooted. Here it is, Magisk app. You will notice that it is saying Magisk is NA, which means it is not installed. The app is 23.0. Let us go ahead and check for safety net, and as you can see, safety net is passing. Do not eval type is basic. If your eval type comes out to be hardware, that means that you would be affected by the issue or the changes which Google has made in the backend, so you'll have to wait for them to fix it. Or the other option is to root your device, and then you can follow the video which is linked in the description of this video for passing safety net on rooted devices. But other than that, as you can see, Play Protect certification says device is certified, which means you should be able to use your banking apps without any issues. Another awesome feature of this build is the new Pixel launcher, which has been modded. So right now you see this ugly squarish search bar on top, which Google hasn't fixed in like what, 3 betas now. Well, press and hold, go into home settings, you will see something called developer options. Herein, search, and of course you do see the Monet UI or Material U enabled Gboard working without any issues. And herein we need to search for search. Yep, and you will get all the feature flags. Enable this toggle, enable device search, and you should get a toast notification. Flag won't be applied until you restart your device. So let us go ahead and reboot our phone. So here it is, we are back on our device, and now if I open, there it is. You see the squarish ugly bar has disappeared and my keyboard popped up automatically when I opened my application drawer, and that is because of a setting. So tap on these 3 dot menu on the top right, go into preferences. You do have the different options and the different toggles wherein you can search. Other than that, for the keyboard option, here it is, 3 dot menu. You can either choose always hide keyboard. So now when I open my app drawer, the keyboard is not opening up automatically. I have to tap on this search for the keyboard to open. However, if I say always show keyboard, now whenever I open my app drawer, there it is, the keyboard is automatically popping up, assuming that I am going to search for everything nonetheless. So those are the two options for your keyboard. And other major features of this build include pop-up camera working without any issues. So you can go into settings, pop-up camera settings, and once you're in pop-up camera settings, you can change the sound effects. Camera LED works. Pop-up camera comes with drop protection and it works without any issues. Other than that, in my previous video I mentioned something is not working, but that in actually works. So if you go into settings, display, herein with Android 12 you're getting a new feature wherein you can auto rotate the screen based on face detection. This feature works absolutely fine. Now of course it uses the front camera, so the front camera is going to pop out whenever you rotate your device. Other than that, your lift to wake is currently broken on this build, and with respect to your YouTube media playback, everything works absolutely fine. Live caption works, picture in picture works. Of course, for picture in picture to work, either you need to have YouTube Premium or you need to be in a specific country in case you do not want to pay for YouTube Premium. With respect to Google Photos, you get storage saver unlimited. If you are using full resolution, it is going to count against your Google Drive storage. And yes, the feature of portrait light works without any issues. Here is a small demo on your screen right now. And of course, with portrait light, you do need to make sure that you are editing a picture of a human object, because if I try to edit a picture of my chicken friend, it's not going to edit it. With respect to the assistant lady, yes, you do have Google Assistant 2.0 working with the screen turned on and with the screen turned off as well. And with respect to your general UI, well, animations smooth, Google feed smooth, switching between applications using the gestures fast. Recents are great, they do look great, everything is super fast, super smooth. Select working without any issues. Screenshot also works. So is this a daily driver? For me, yes. Is the FOD perfect? No, it is not perfect, but again, we should appreciate the developers for what they have done. And for me personally, the way FOD is working at 50-60% brightness is more than good enough for me to daily drive this Android 12 beta 4.1 on my Redmi K20 Pro or the Xiaomi Mi 90 Pro.